wait to see if everything works. It looks like it works.
Wait.
No, it works. We're on. And we've got ads. All right. Put that in a bag so we don't worry about that.
Yeah, of course.
On Jon Snow.
Sorry.
There you go.
Well, I
Hey!
need to have my phone. Sorry. I need to. If something came up, I need to shut it down. All right.
Hi. How you doing, guys?
Hey guys, it's been a while. Well, welcome to our first live stream chat.
You can feel the nervousness. Like, our English is gonna be out the window. We're gonna mumble stuff. But I mean, we're gonna mumble stuff anyway because Game of Thrones, guys! Game of Thrones!
Yeah, I can. It's been 1 year and a half in the season. Is it? Oh my gosh! I can't wait for next week to see the second episode, to discuss it with you, and to know who's gonna end up dead and what's gonna happen.
Season begins. You're right. Completely right. How did we wait 2 freaking years?
By watching Black Mirror.
Yeah,
That's how we wait 2 freaking years.
That's how we waited, yeah.
Yeah.
But still, I'm so happy it's back on. I mean, the way they started it too, like it's like they showed us every single thing we've been waiting for. Every reunion, every meeting, every moment, like Jon riding a dragon.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, yes. And he got the hang of it.
Fast too, like he's a natural.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
You're right. Gentro was so beautiful. They knew it's the last season, so they show us everything from the inside. Winterfell, King's Landings, and winter was everywhere. The color was cold, white, blue.
You kind of see where the extra budget went to. But I'm not complaining. Not complaining. It is, yeah, but he's gonna come back. I've heard that Ghost is gonna be a very important part of this season. So. Hey to you too! Charmed Original! Hey!
Oh gosh, that's... Sorry, I'm excited. I'm really excited to talk with you guys tonight.
First live ever. And by the way, Charmed Original, it is thanks to you that we're here today. So, shout out to you. You're amazing.
Thank you.
So, let's begin slowly this chat. What was your favorite moment of season 8, episode 1?
I'm... All of the reunions by so far. Jon and Arya, Gendry and Arya. When Jon learned that he was a true Targaryen, he was denying everything. And the cockiness and confidence that Jon had when his first date with Dany in the snow nearby the waterfalls.
It's been so long since he dated.
He got tips from his first dating with Ygritte? Ygritte, yeah. Ygritte, sorry.
It was a very good episode. What were you guys? By the way, what were your guys? What was you guys' favorite moment in the first episode? See, my English is really weird today. So yeah, what was your favorite part of episode 1? Mine. It's really hard to choose. I think I'm gonna go maybe with the revelation that Jon is Rhaegar's son. Him learning this. I've been waiting for this for so long. I mean, Jon is my favorite character.
Yeah, I know. We all know it's your favorite character.
There was always this fear that they would mess it up. Oh, no, sorry, I just thought of something else. Arya and Jon meeting. That might even top Jon learning the truth.
Oh.
That was... Yeah, Arya and Jon's reunion. And Jon's... Yeah, exactly, yeah, you're right.
I think for everyone, though, these 2 moments of the episode was the best part of it. Really?
These are 2 actors that grew up together. They know each other, and Arya, Maisie Williams, she is amazing. But it's Kit Harington who surprised me in that moment. He looked like he was about to cry. I was so freaking touched. I was like, oh my god, my heart is gonna burst. And I was really scared, just like with the revelation that they were gonna mess it up, because you never know. Like, I thought, you remember last season, Sansa and Arya's reunion. It felt awkward. And these 2 are good friends, you know? So I was a bit disappointed, but I gotta say that Arya and Jon meeting, it was exactly like I pictured it. Yeah. Exactly like I pictured it. Everything was there.
No, I don't think that Cersei
Hey,
slept with
programmer.
Euron to pretend that the baby was from Jaime.
The what?
Oh,
Oh, the Cersei. Sorry, I didn't read
yeah,
it.
because I don't know if the people knew that our first children were bastards with his our brother. Um, if not, she could at least pretend it was busted from someone else. But I don't think it's a secret anymore that she has a relation with
True.
her brother.
And not only that, but if she tried to pretend that Jaime, not Jaime, but that it was Euron's baby, it would be a baby out of wedlocks, so a bastard.
Anyway.
So there's no changing that. I think she said maybe last episode or 2 seasons ago, last season or 2 seasons ago that she's queen now, so fuck it. Who cares if they know that she's sleeping with Jaime? She's the queen. No one can stop her. So I don't think that was the point here. I think she might have just felt like she needed company. She needed to feel loved. She's alone now. So, and Euron is the one who was asking. So it's just, as much as I don't like Cersei, it kind of breaks my heart to see how low she's gotten.
Well, she lost the only human being who know how she felt, understood her. Her twin brother from the womb betrayed her already. He go to the north to fight for the living.
And she
And
just
she's
sent
alone.
Bronn too.
And
Like,
she's pregnant.
She
with
made that
baby.
move. She sent Bronn to kill him. So she's not about to say forgive you out of nowhere. If he returns, I don't know how she's gonna react, but still.
Yeah, someone said that by that time they didn't know that the wine was bad for baby, but she didn't drink the wine when Tyrion was with her during the meeting. I don't know.
It might have been a mistake. Like, her not drinking wine in the last season might have been because...
we didn't see her take a sip.
No, but last season, when Tyrion offered wine, she said, no, I don't want any. And it's surprising because it's Cersei. So I think it might have been, if they didn't know back in the day, it might have been because we would relate to this. We as viewers would understand and know why she's doing that. But then Tyrion understood too, so maybe it's just a mistake that they made in the writing room. Still.
Oh my goodness.
Bran is really brain dead, right? He's like, he doesn't care. He has no tact
He's
at all.
on his wheelchair. He doesn't see. I'm waiting for an old friend. Hi, John. And when John saw Bran, he really went, oh my god, hello, brother. Whoa, what's going on with you? John, you know nothing.
Just like Sansa did when she met him. And Arya, same thing.
And Bran doesn't know how to shut up. You lost your dragon. The Night King killed him. Everyone is dead now.
He was kind
Thanks
of
for
right.
reminding me.
No, but he was kind of right though when he said we don't have time for this. Like, we don't have time to make these reunions. We don't have time to say hi. We need to prepare because the Night King is on his way. His problem is the way he says it. I'm not sure. Well, technically you're kind of right. I'm trying to find your comment. Programmer video games. You're kind of right, I think, because Bran now, he has access to all of these memories, just like the Three-Eyed Raven used to. So
he's not Bran Stark anymore.
Yeah, at this point, they know pretty much the same thing. Bran's life might have been something that the Three-Eyed Raven knew before. So yeah, you're kind of right. Now Bran is like just a soul that sees everyone else's stories, and his own story is part of the stories he sees. So he's got no attachment to anyone. He's got no love for anyone, or he's got love for everyone. It's just he doesn't know how to show it. It's sad to see his character.
He doesn't got anymore his own identity. He's a tool for what's gonna come next, and they need his help to understand how to defeat the Night King. But he's just a messenger.
All he can do is see and tell.
Yeah.
Although we do know that he can do much more than that. It's just, I wonder if he's actually going to have an impact on the Night King when the war comes. It would be nice for him to participate in the war one way or the other.
Oh, someone told that, yeah, John acting was good, but just as Sam was.
Oh,
and
yeah.
You are damn right.
God.
Oh my, I felt so much for him when he talked about, oh my father ruled his land and I cannot go back. Is a Charlie come. your father is dead. He didn't bend the knee, so I killed him. Oh gosh, I cannot go back too because my brother ruled the land. Instead with your father, I killed him too. We could see it in his eye that he won't be alone to grief.
Mm.
But
And I mean, even his father, he never got the chance to truly settle things with him. And even though his father literally tried to kill him, he's still his father. And Sam is a gentle guy, like he's a pure soul, and I don't think he can just swipe him off to the side and forget him.
That's a good one, really. Jamie, need a push, Brad? Oh, sure, Mike, give me a hand.
Out the window, maybe?
Oh.
Jamie meeting Bran is going to be interesting next episode. We haven't seen, like, the teaser for next episode. We're trying to stay away from spoilers.
We're staying far away from any kind of spoilers. I just thought that the teaser for episode 2, I went, nope, I'm going to stop that off, please.
But I think, yeah, they're going to deal with Jamie arriving to Winterfell. And I still stand by my theory that they're not going to be happy that one Lannister showed up, and it's that Lannister. If there is one Lannister they can trust, it's him.
Yeah,
in their minds.
They got Tyrion to vouch for him. They got Brienne to vouch for him.
Yeah.
And Sansa trusts Brienne, so that might help.
Let me rephrase that. They've got a Lannister to vouch for him, a Kinslayer, by the way, and they've got a woman to vouch for him. The Lords of the North, they won't care.
She's a trustable soldier, and Lady Stark, Sansa, trust her.
True, there's that. But Sansa also knows what Lannisters are like, and right now she's being so cold, and I don't know how she's gonna act later on in the season, but I'm kind of hoping that as soon as she sees the threat, she's gonna open up more to the idea of helping Jon out instead of putting stuff in his path. She was on my nerves, like, last episode. I understand her point.
She acts so like a bitch. You're right.
I understand her point. It's just that there is a way to do this, and it's not that way.
Well, she's Lady Stark of Winterfell. She got power now. So I think she doesn't care that much if she hurts people's feelings.
Someone says, like, maybe Cersei's trying to lose the baby by drinking wine. I actually thought of that. Like, there is a chance, but then we didn't actually see her drink.
We didn't see her drink, and our first 3 children were everything to her. I don't think she want to try to lose her baby, because even though she got all of her flaws, the good point for Tracy is that she's gonna do everything for her children.
That's true.
She loved them all. How can I say that? Yeah, she loved them more than anything else. So I don't think that she deliberately tried to kill the baby with wine.
And it's true now that Jaime's gone. It's the last thing she has. She's, when she's alone, you can actually see how desperate and how miserable she is. But she's trying to keep her front when she's facing everyone else. And by the way, I don't know if you guys felt this, but when you're in the throne room, it's so empty and it's so dark. I know it was night,
and
but
it used to be so full of people,
life,
nobles, and everything.
Yeah, it felt like she's been abandoned, literally. And just being in that room, that's how I felt, abandoned. Like there's no one supporting her, just a couple of soldiers that she paid. And honestly, it's not a good thing. Like she's not in a good place. The Jaime leaving, it destroyed her. I think it's the beginning of the end for Cersei. Sansa being a queen of thorns. Actually, you know what? Last episode, when she tried to sass out with Dany, like when she was, what do dragons eat anyway? The way she said it.
Anything they want.
No, but the way she said, what do dragons eat anyway? It felt like seeing Cersei.
Yeah.
Nahidi. It was the same way. Like she acted exactly like her. For a second, I thought I was seeing Cersei, and to me, just goes to show that she did learn a lot from Cersei. She's a mix between her mother or you know what? Yeah, maybe Queen of Thorns. She's a mix between Queen of Thorns with her sassiness and her intelligence, and Cersei with her coldness and her brashness. You know.
Mm.
Rashness.
What do you think that the Night Kings want? Someone asked, yeah, and you're right. We want to know what the Night Kings want, but maybe we're gonna find out only by the end of the season because that's pretty much what Game of Thrones is about.
The Night King.
The Night King, the White Walkers, and someone said that maybe he wanted Targaryen sacrifice because we recognize a symbol that it looks like the Targaryen symbol, but there was a body in the middle of it.
Very good.
Danny and Jon are in danger if that is true, or maybe a baby that they're gonna have because we pretty much guess that Danny might be pregnant by the end of the season. They keep giving hinting at it in season 7, and I'm pretty convinced that since she lost one of her dragons, she could have a baby because she had need 3 blood sacrifice, and now she lost one of the sacrifice.
It did seem to maybe link with Jon. The Night King and Jon have had a history for so many episodes and / seasons now. Maybe the Night King has a way of knowing that Jon is gonna give him that baby with Dany or something, or maybe it's one of the two, Dany and Jon. Maybe if he's looking for a Targaryen sacrifice, he's got 2 Targaryens that he could choose from. But why would he want a Targaryen sacrifice? What is it gonna bring him? Magic power?
They got dragon blood.
Yeah, but what is it gonna give him? The thing with the Night King is, we thought for so long, well, his goal for a while was to destroy the wall, get south. Now that's done, you might just try to kill everyone else, but after that, what is there? It's the big mystery.
The Night King was created by the children of the forest to protect them from the invasion of humans, right?
Sorry? I was reading something, sorry.
1,000 years ago, the Night King was created by the children of the forest to protect the land from humans. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is it still trying to do that? Like kill all the humans in order to protect the land?
Who knows?
We did notice that the symbol looked like the Targaryen sigil. That was my first thought. I was like, damn,
it does like look a lot. Dragons.
Yeah. And that which is probably why you, Gabriel Celeste, you said like maybe it's the Targaryen sacrifice he's looking after. It's a very good theory. The only thing I wonder is why. What is he after? We know that a blood sacrifice usually grants you life. What do you think that since Targaryen blood is full of magic and it's like a very rich blood, killing a Targaryen might give him his humanity back?
Maybe.
Because he's a human who's been robbed of his humanity. Maybe he's trying to be alive again.
Do you think that the Night King might be a Targaryen? He didn't have the white hair, though.
True. And back in the day, they were very touchy. But we've heard of a lot of Targaryens that, well, we didn't in the show, but we know that there are a lot of Targaryens who went to get wives and husbands out of the family. It's just that usually they end up not being important in the history of Targaryens.
Who knows? Do you think that the Mad King said burn them all was referring to the White Walkers? Because, yeah, you can't burn them all with dragon's fire.
The Mad King?
Yeah, when he said burn them all when he was trying to...
kill everyone in King's Landing?
Do you think it was referring to the White Walkers? Maybe? Or he was just being mad?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's interesting, but the thing with the Mad King is all we know from him is what others told us. And when we heard about Jaime's testimony, it was easy for us to imagine that burn them all meant kill everyone in King's Landing. It made sense. For us to understand more about the Mad King, we would need to actually see or the memories of someone who's been with him or someone who, who can reach his mind and something. But the thing with the Mad King is everyone who knew him died.
Yeah.
Except for Jaime, who remembers it his way and stuff. But the people that were close to him, his wife, his son, they're all gone. So I think they were the only ones who could actually give us insight to what he was hallucinating. But I don't know if we're ever gonna learn that.
And yeah, you're right. I tend to forget that the Targaryens are pretty new to Westeros. Compared to the other family.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm right, but I think that the Stark are one of the oldest in Westeros. So maybe the Mad King used to be one of the Stark family member or one of the Northerners, because the Northerners are one of the first people who lived in Westeros, and the Targaryen came way after that and conquered the land. So he might. Oh, that might be why he's connected to Bran, because he might be a Stark.
That's a very popular theory that the Night King was a Stark back in the day.
Yeah, but people keep theorizing that he might be Bran because they look similar. Bran can go to the past, they can interfere with the past events, and they got the same symbol on their chest.
No, I think that was a fan art or something. That wasn't true.
But they are kind of similar in acting pose and kind of similar. But the Night King, who might be a star from back then, is not that far-fetched. And that will explain why maybe Winterfell is that magical, and why all the Stark are that magical.
But honestly, I'm not a fan of the theory that Bran is the Night King. For now at least, I don't see a point in having Bran go back and become this Night King, unless we learn as the season goes that what the Night King is doing is necessary, which right now it's not. I don't think Bran would go back. Like right now, he's really set on killing the Night King, destroying his army, and saving Westeros. That's what he wants to do. So unless we find out that it's necessary, I don't think Bran is the Night King. But it's still a very good theory when it came out.
Really? I didn't see that in last. It seems like in last season the Night King's army took the form of a dire wolf, and now we have the sigil. Sigil looks like the Targaryen symbol in this season.
Really? When did it take the form of a dire wolf? Oh, wait. I kind of, you're right.
You start getting her babies, guys. Danny and Jon are in trouble. Or maybe if we are right and Danny is indeed pregnant, it might be after the baby, a wolf and a dragon. Or it is Jon, because he is the son of a Stark and a Targaryen. Is that or the other option? I'm pretty sure it's that or the other.
Just saying, what if Bran had to work into a dead Stark to control them against the White Army? That would be bad.
We're gonna see Sean Bean fighting to
Yes! Sean Bean! Bring back Sean Bean!
He got no head!
Oh, no, don't bring back Sean Bean then. But no, honestly, I don't know if they're gonna bring back anyone, even if it's just for fan service, but it would be fucking cool. Like, I mean, we've missed them for so long, and they brushed off the Lady Stark storyline from the books.
The
Lady Stoneheart.
Lady
Stoneheart.
Yeah.
They brushed that to the side because they didn't have time to show her. And I don't think, since they didn't know where that was leading, they just didn't go with that storyline. But it would have been nice to see them again, knowing that they might turn on our characters because they're dead, and the Night King can control the dead. So
yeah. As for Bran, I don't know if he's gonna be able to walk into dead people.
He's never tried it before.
Or if he can control a complete army with his power.
But yeah, like, controlling a white is one thing. Controlling a White Walker might help. Like, if you control the White Walker, you can control the army. And if you control the White Walker, he can actually just kill himself and the army falls down. But that would be too easy. Like, they're not going to hand the victory over to Jon and Danny.
Also, I don't want to look base, but to me, it looks like Bran doesn't want to interfere in the fight. He just wants to tell what it is, what's going on. He's like the Switzerland. It's in the middle. He don't want to interfere in what's going on whatsoever. There's gonna be a fight, and no matter who's gonna win, that's it.
When they did the Crypts of Winterfell teaser, I think that was mostly everyone's thought on what was gonna happen this season. Like that the dead in the crypts were gonna come back. You know, to have to fight against the Starks.
Yeah, but the Night King can bring them back.
He can bring them back.
Imagine having Lyanna Stark back from the dead.
well, not just Lyanna, but
But-
Robb. And is Robb's body? No, I don't think Robb's body is in Winterfell.
No, I don't think.
And Lady Catelyn, she's not there either. But Ned is there. Yes.
Yes.
Ned is there.
Just
Rickon is there.
And the older one, the
older ones
father,
too.
grandfathers, and
And,
uncles and everything.
I don't. Yeah, of course they're not gonna spoil that if they actually did come back to the show. But I didn't see any mention of perhaps something like that on Richard Maiden's Instagram. So I don't think Robb is coming back. But we could be surprised.
That'd be
it could
cool.
happen.
What could be cool also would be to see past characters in the last episode. I don't know, as flashback or memories. That'd be really nice to see them back. What?
Having Bran try to convince the Mad King of burning the White Walkers, but then it sent him into overload, and he ended up saying burn them all, as kill everyone, but it's not what he meant. That could have happened. Actually, we saw the consequences of Bran trying to mess up with history. He could have messed that up as well. But there is a saying that Targaryens are, when you flip the coin, it's either he ends up being okay or he ends up being mad. They were very lucky with Jon and Dany, to be honest. But honestly, I think after Hodor, Bran is not going to try to do that again. It hurt him way too much, and he knows what the price is, and he's a lot more wise now that he's got into his powers. But if that actually happened, or if it happens in the books, I'm going to laugh it off. I'm sorry. So many things could have been avoided if that's true, if he never did that. Then he will die.
I don't think that Bran is technically playing the game. I think he's more concerned about revealing the truth. Since he doesn't have anymore his own identity and he's just the Three-Eyed Raven, he doesn't care who ends up on the throne, technically. That's what I think. But just people need to learn the truth, and I'm gonna give it to them.
Yeah, I think it's not so much that Bran is playing the game, it's that he's not playing it enough. Like, he doesn't understand the need to lie or hide things. Just like the same way he just said to Jon and Dany that the dragon is now a white, and that the Night King destroyed the wall, and that they're coming. He doesn't think about that stuff. It's just, that's the way things are. There you go. Here's your fact. So to have Sam say like, well, we should wait, he's not sure, let's not bother him with that.
Oh gosh, I hope not.
What?
We all agree that Dany might be pregnant and maybe die in childbirth. And someone said that we could maybe have Jon and write Dany by the end of episode 7.
Yeah.
Can we imagine Jon having to kill Dany?
You know what?
Or maybe her be... Oh no, she cannot be a White Walker. She would need to die and be brought back to life.
It's actually
But
funny.
her baby can be a White Walker if he's transformed by the Night King.
There's also... Okay, in the books, there's this story of... what was it? The first... what's the word? Damn it, I forgot his name.
What is it?
The hero, the great hero that Jon is, or Dany is. What's the name, guys? I have it on the tip of my tongue, I just don't remember. Azor Ahai, there you go.
Azor Ahai?
Okay, he supposedly killed his loved one in order to create Lightbringer. What if, in order to kill the Night King, that was the theory that we had last season. I mean, we thought that maybe Dany had to kill that Jon might have to kill Dany in order to create Lightbringer and destroy the Night King. What if he kills her after she gives birth to their child, and he kills her because she's becoming a white?
Yeah, but they didn't really bring Lightbringer up in the show. They
did bring it. They did bring Lightbringer. Yeah, they did talk about it when Stannis was supposedly the Azor Ahai. Like, Melisandre was literally saying, here's your flaming sword and everything. It's just that since she's not here right now, we don't hear as much about Lightbringer. But maybe.
Yeah.
He might have a second agenda. Bran is sneaky like that. And the thing is, he knows so much that he might not tell everything. And since he supposedly knows how all of this is going to end, how come we don't know how to defeat the Night King yet? How come we just know how we need to prepare? He doesn't tell anything. So he might have
Well, there's
another
a time for everything. So
maybe it's like in Avengers, like he's seen how to go at it in order to win, so he's doing it exactly the way it's supposed to be for them to win. So they need to tell Jon about his parentage at this moment, because if they do it another time, it might freak him out and it's gonna lead to their deaths or something like that. Maybe it's the Doctor Strange thing right now that he's doing, but we don't know because he doesn't tell us. With Bran, I feel like it's been such a fast change. Like 1 second he was still Bran, and then the other he was brain dead. So I don't know. He needs to open up, but he's not gonna do it.
What do you think
if there's no reason.
of the theories that said that Bran is the one who went into the past and told people about legends like Azor Ahai, Lightbringer, and everything as we know now?
Very good theory. I know there was a long night though, right? They did came down south and they did this before, so it's easy to say that the legends came from then. If Bran went back in the past and maybe created this war, maybe he had a say in this war in order for it to happen.
Yeah, it's true. Bran cannot see the future. You can just see what's happening in the past and what is currently happening.
You're right. Okay, sorry.
Oh, so he's not a seer. Yeah. Who would have known?
Anyway, but he might have had his way with the last war, because it's true that if no one talks about it, there's no way to be ready for it when it comes again. And that was the main problem last season. Like the Citadel, they wouldn't warn everyone because they thought it wouldn't happen. But if you don't know the threat is coming, you cannot get ready. Even when they know it's coming, they can't get ready. Like poor kid last episode who died in the middle of the circle.
Could you imagine that the long night that people keep referring to didn't happen at all and is the one that we have just now?
That would be crazy. Memento shit.
It's like a Westworld all over again. Like the present that we see is actually the past, not the present, and it just
so like Game of Thrones is gonna turn into Westworld
with cowboys hats and everything.
Exactly. But interesting.
It wouldn't be far-fetched.
Because I mean, it's true that, and then Azor Ahai would basically not exist. It would be Jon or Dany straight from the start.
Yeah. It's
true that we don't really have a proof that there ever was a long night. We only have stories. No, you've got something there. I like that. But are they going to show that in the series, though? The thing with the series is that I've heard that the showrunners don't even know how the books end. So the end that we're going to get, it's not going to be the end of the books at all. So are they going to put in this much lore? Or are they just going to brush over that and show us cool fights and cool CGI and leave it at that? Because I've said it to you actually yesterday.
Really?
It seems to me that Game of Thrones, even though it's still amazing and I still enjoy it because I love the characters, it's lost its guts a bit. Like in season 3, they were ready to kill like a lot of main characters like that because it happened in the books.
They got guts.
But now all the main characters are so important for the plot. I feel like they won't take that chance.
Well, they brush the side part of the meal and they keep the crème ou la crème at the end. About the dagger,
I thought she was gonna show it to him.
She did show the dagger to him.
No, she didn't.
No.
She marveled at the fact that he had a Valyrian steel sword, but she didn't show the dagger.
What that's important about the dagger to show to her brother? Yeah, I have a Valyrian dagger. What's the big deal of it?
Well, she could have bragged a bit.
Like, that's the dagger of Peter Baelish. I kill him.
I think the thing with Arya and Jon, I think she's scared of telling him what she did. Same thing, like last season, she did say to Sansa everything she's been through because it scared her. It was a way for her to tell Sansa, see what I've been through? I'm not messing with you. You're going to be, upfront with me. You're going to tell me the truth and we're going to be straight with each other. But with Jon, she fears that he might maybe not like her anymore as his little sister. I think that's a fear that she has. Like, he was asking her, did you use it? needle, and she's like,
A few
once or
times.
twice,
Yeah.
she might feel ashamed to admit that she's become an assassin. Because John is this gentle guy who was teaching her everything as a kid.
He was her favorite brother, the one that she understood and understood her the most. So yeah, after Ned Stark, that's the second person that she loved the most in her family.
Season 6, episode 5. Night King getting stabbed. Did it happen? What? I don't remember that. Was he stabbed? Oh yeah, when you remember, true.
Didn't the Night King just Bran had a vision of the Night King, and the Night King
when he was
touched...
created. That's what I think. That's the scene you remember.
Oh. Yeah, but they are connected because Bran, when he's having a vision of the Night King
feels it.
He tried to touch Bran, and Bran feels it too. So they are connected. Maybe because the 3 Eye Raven powers, but I don't think that it's gonna be.
It's like there's enough clues to make us wonder, but not enough for us to actually say, oh, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Like usually you hear me guys in the reactions, I'll say that there are a sets of rules that people are gonna follow when they make movies and TV shows, because rules to follow in order to have a good story, and sometimes you break those rules. But in Game of Thrones, not only do they break the rules, sometimes they start to follow it, then they don't. So it gets messy a little bit. There was also the fact that when they branched off away from the books, maybe they decided to drop a few storylines, but they had included clues for these storylines early on in the series. So we have these clues. The question is, are we gonna
fulfill these?
Yeah, fulfill. Are we gonna have a follow-up?
Bring it up again.
Oh yeah, Jon riding the dragon, and the right dragon too. Like that was epic.
I keep remembering Drogon watching Jon. You touch my mama. You're touching my mama. I'm watching you. You're touching my mama. I'm watching you.
It was like a nice bit of comedy. I feel like having this now felt. I think if he had done it after learning the truth, it wouldn't have been as carefree. There would have been expectations,
but you could see that in last season when Jon touched Drogon and tried to be free to touch him. I don't know how to say it. Drogon was imposing. Jon was kind of scared of it. But with Rhaegal,
it didn't do that at all.
It looked like Rhaegal recognized Jon as someone
close, someone he liked,
someone that he could trust.
It almost felt like having Ghost go to Jon. No hesitation at all. Like you went straight to him, and Jon was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It was beautiful. But not only did he sense maybe the Targaryen blood, it's like they already had a connection. Whereas Drogon, he's linked to Dany, so there is no other rider for him. Rhaegal, there's no rider yet. Now there is actually, but before that there was no rider yet, and there's a Targaryen right there for you.
Oh my gosh! And Jon got the hang of it so quickly. Oh
yeah,
I was so excited to watch it.
It's like it's his blood. It's in his blood, and which is why I'm kind of glad that he did this after or before he learned that he was a Targaryen, because I feel like now that he knows, he's not going to want to acknowledge that side of him too much. Because to me, Jon is going to be the one who's going to go to Dany and say, like, okay, hear me out. I'm a Targaryen, but I don't want the crown. I swear to God, I'm not trying to overthrow you or anything. Then there's Sam. You're a better ruler than Dany. You deserve it more.
Don't bring back Hodor, please.
Oh,
I don't want to see him in right, please.
Last season.
Or maybe it's going to be the tips for Bran to provide his humanity. Who knows? But I don't want to see Hodor.
Last season, when they began the show with the shot of all the whites coming towards us, I know that we all feared that we might see Hodor in the group. I'm so glad they didn't do that. Like, yeah. There are a few things that Game of Thrones is not allowed to do. Bring back Hodor. That's one of them.
No. And yeah, you're kind of right. We need to have a few laugh out lighthearted before the tragedy. And usually, good TV shows are really good at handling comedy and drama.
Handling, yeah.
Handling, yeah.
You're kind of right though. I think this episode was meant for us to add. That's how I felt. Like we got all the reunions, we got all the happy moments that we wanted to see. John riding the dragon.
Calm before the storm.
Exactly. We saw John riding. We saw him with Danny having some aunt and nephew moments. we saw Arya being cool as usual. We saw all that stuff. We saw the characters that were actually alive. So, like Tormund and Ed and Beric. We saw them alive. But then next episode, shit's about to hit the fan.
Maybe people are gonna end up dead because the Night King's army is almost at Winterfell. Yeah. And yeah, we don't know where he goes. I hope he's good.
He's supposed to be there.
Come back because he might be in the first trailer of the series. Maybe he's gonna be there in the Battle at Winterfell. I hope.
They did say, like I said earlier in the live, they did say he was going to be there in this season. My only fear is that they're going to bring him only to be killed. But honestly, and it's sad, but okay, if they kill Ghost, there's a way to do this. Like, Ghost represents the Stark side of Jon. If he pushes away his Targaryen side, and Ghost happens to die, that might represent the moment where he's gonna have to understand that he is also a Targaryen side. Yeah. I don't want this to happen at all. Ghost is my favorite direwolf. I do not want this to happen. But I know them. I know how they like to punch us in the gut over and over again. I'm gonna get ready for this.
Not just punch in the gut. Twist the knife and rip everything out.
No, please, no, dragon. Don't eat Ghosts.
Oh. Well, Danny said they eat pretty much everything they want. Huh?
If they do that, I'm never forgiving them. Never.
Do you think that they're gonna bring back Nymeria in her pack?
Yes. I hope so, but that would be like a wasted opportunity for me if they don't bring her back at least once. Because they showed us Nymeria in her pack last season for like a glimpse of a second. Why? Just to remind us, she's still alive. Don't forget her. If they don't bring her back, why did they do this last season?
I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring her back because she used to have a strong. I think she still do have a strong bond with Arya, and I think she's gonna feel that Arya is in danger somehow, and she's gonna go help her. I hope that's what's gonna happen.
I agree. They're not dying. We refuse. We riot, guys, if they die.
We're gonna do a petition. Save the direwolves.
We're gonna freaking riot. I'm sorry. This is not happening. Kill everyone else, but the direwolves survive.
You're done with the shooting this season? No. Go back, reshoot everything, save the direwolf. We don't care.
It could be it could be that for her to see Nymeria last season was only for her to leave that storyline behind. Understand that now she's gone and she's okay. She can move on as well. It could be. I just hope
just hope not.
She's coming back. She's coming back. So
it's because just could you imagine a huge wolf pack with a direwolf as their alpha fighting the dead army?
They're gonna need every help they can. It's just that.
It's like Princess Mononoke bringing her teams to fight them.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it is. That you said it. Arya's always
Arya is a huge fan of Targaryen history. She used to read everything about them, and she named a direwolf after. I don't think it. You sure it was a dragon? I was sure it was one of the Targaryen princess.
I think it was one of the sisters too, but it's still part of the Targaryen lore. Yeah, and it's true. She's always been a fan.
It was a warrior queen. But yeah, she's a huge fan. So I was like, please, girl, don't bow don't bow in front of Danny. We know she's a Targaryen, but still, keep your pace.
I kind of want to see that meeting because she's been hiding out here and there. She didn't meet Daenerys. I want that to happen. Like I said during the reaction, I think it's gonna go either one way or the other. Like either she's gonna be really okay with her, or she's gonna be, she's not gonna trust her. Because I mean, she's on Sansa's side. Mm-hmm. Jon does trust Dany, but he's in love, and like they are his sisters. They know, so she might not trust her, be kind of wary of her because mean, she might be manipulating Jon, and Sansa doesn't like her, or she's gonna go towards Jon, which to me is more likely because she does love Jon a lot more, and since Jon trusts Dany,
yeah,
she's gonna trust her
I'd
too.
just like to say to you, Nay, hi also. Even though you're not watching a Game of Thrones reaction, thanks for watching our other Westworld and Black Mirror reaction. I can't wait for Black Mirror to go back, even though I don't know when the show's gonna happen. But I just want to say hey too. Thanks for being it with for writing in the comments and being with our live tonight. It's really appreciated that you came.
Yeah, you guys being here with us and talking, this is exciting. I'm loving this. If we don't get to your comments, I'm really sorry. We're gonna read them all after, but you guys are awesome. Speaking to us like this, we love this. Okay, serious stuff now. Who do you think is gonna die?
Too many characters to count them all.
Thank you. Yeah, the finale for Westworld. Sorry, I'm cutting you off here, but finale was awesome, and it was such a good episode. But going back to Game of Thrones. All right.
I don't think there's a similarity between the Pevensie
In Narnia, right?
and Narnia. I know theories that they are technically the founders of Hogwarts, though, but I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. How about we'll keep discussing who might die, but tell us why do you think there are similarities?
Yeah.
We'll discuss them.
Because we got Jon, Sansa.
Jon, Sansa,
Arya, and Bran. Arya being the
Lucy,
Sansa being Susan, Jon being
what's his name?
Peter, and Bran being Edmund.
Edmund.
It's fitting. Yeah, you're right. It's fitting.
No, I don't think no one is a choice.
Oh.
They did say that a lot of main characters are going to die.
Like,
okay.
Maybe the 7 of them or 5 of them were on the kind of save list of George R. Martin.
A while ago, I heard that George R. Martin said that Game of Thrones was about 5 characters. Jon, Dany, Arya, Bran, and Tyrion. He said that these 5 were safe.
Let's talk Bing Aslan.
Exactly!
It did end up dead. Yeah, you're right.
True.
Oh my god, Cersei.
So he's coming back!
Cersei is the White Witch.
Yeah. The White Bitch.
The White Bitch.
Say it like that. Say it like it is. Anyway, but okay,
yeah.
So yeah, George R. R. Martin said that these 5 were safe. The thing though, book, series.
Diverge. Yeah. Jon is Aegon, but Aegon in the book is another guy.
It's his brother.
Yeah.
So, and so there's a chance that they might not go with George's idea of the finale, but they don't know.
It might be similar because technically it's the same story, but it might diverge a bit.
But like I said,
maybe
they don't know.
not all the characters gonna end up dead in the series, or is it gonna be in the book, or vice versa.
So, but I'm just saying that theory that these 5 were safe, we're just gonna forget about it because I don't think they're gonna follow that theory at all. They don't even know how it ends. I don't even know if George knows how it ends. So, anyway, but okay, yeah. Anyway, but out of the main characters, like the children, the Stark children, and Dany and stuff, Sansa scares me. I think she's been through a lot, and recently she's been very good. She's been very badass. She's been winning a lot, and she's kind of
she's being prideful right now.
No, but she's kind of putting, obstacles in front of Jon and Dany. She's being mean. The thing is, I'm afraid she might learn the truth about the White Walkers, that they are a threat and they are dangerous, too late. I'm really scared for her. Because, like I said, she's been winning for a bit too long now. And we know that in Game of Thrones, if you win for too long, you end up losing eventually.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot, though, so she's not a sure guess from me. But
use your cinematography,
my brain.
your brain. Usually when a character end up dying, it's because he found happiness, his purpose is fulfilled, his mission is Accomplished.
Her mission is she is Lady of Winterfell. She has regained her home and she's an independent woman. Her goal has
From
been
being
achieved.
helpless and powerless, she gained confidence, she gained power and importance within her bannerments. So yeah, she might die this season. I don't know when, but she might die. Maybe soon. Maybe she's gonna die after the Battle of Winterfell.
I'm just
Like,
scared of that. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so sad. Like, she's the Lady of Winterfell, and
She dies with it.
yeah, like the captain sinking with the ship.
Oh, please don't do
Oh my
this.
God.
But I'm scared of it. You mentioned like if Edmure totally dies, who inherits River Run? He has a son, right?
I think.
So that son might be the ruler. But it's true. He's still a baby, so I don't know yet. It would go to maybe Sansa. Although since she's the Lady of Winterfell, it might jump to Arya, but I don't think Arya is meant to be the ruler of a place.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think she would want to rule a place at all.
Does he? Yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
Does he have a storyline?
The storyline. What?
John's storyline goes nowhere while Dany lives. Does he?
I've been as for who dies between Jon and Dany, because my theory is that either they're both gonna die and leave their child as the ruler of Westeros, or one of them is gonna die. My theory for why Jon might be the one dying, because I think I have one for both, but why Jon might be the one dying is he was brought back to life to fulfill a mission, which to me is kill the Night King. Once that is done, there's nothing left.
Maybe one cannot leave while the other is leaving.
Harry Potter shit. But the thing though with Jon is, yes, there are mistakes in the show. You know, if whether you like Jon or not, Jon is the underdog, and drama stories love underdog characters. He's always been the bastard, so for him to get to the throne, when Dany has been expecting the throne for so long, that would make sense on the story level. So whether you like Jon or not, I think for him to end up on the throne, it makes more sense, because we've been waiting for Dany to get the throne for so long that it would be too obvious. But that's if Jon survives. If he dies, to me, that's because he fulfilled his mission. You're laughing. What's going on?
You guys should check our epic rap battle, J.R. Martin versus J.R. Tolkien.
Oh,
if you're meaning epic rap battle of history, I'm a huge fan. I've watched them all. Oh.
We have seen George R. R. Martin versus
Yes.
J.R. Tolkien.
And J.R. Tolkien wins.
And down, he
down.
wins. But yeah, we enjoyed that one so much. It was epic. Epic. Every rap battle is epic, but still, that one felt good.
Oh my goodness. Oh, as for the characters, I'm pretty sure Cersei is gonna die this season too.
Cersei? Yeah. She's a goner. We've been waiting for this for too long. The question is, how? I'm a huge fan of the theory that Jaime is gonna be killing her, because
But she's still on Arya's list. Some people
Yes.
imagine that Arya might kill Cersei, and she might turn her face.
that
Oh.
a lot of people are rooting for Arya to kill Cersei. To me, though, I think it's just too late. It would have been okay in the first seasons, but now Arya has other shit to take care of. The thing with having Jaime killing Cersei is that when she went to the seer, was it a seer? When she was a kid, she got told that she was going to be killed by the younger brother. Obviously, she might think it's Tyrion, but Tyrion killing Cersei is too obvious also.
And technically, Jaime was born after her.
So he's a younger brother as well. So, and
it's just poetic.
it's also a way for Jaime to atone for all of his sins.
The ancestors
Once and for all.
stuff, you say?
All he has ever done was for Cersei. Pushing Bran away, that was because of Cersei. Everything was for Cersei. If he kills her, he atones for his sins. My fear, though, is that he might, once everything is cleared up there, or when they need to take care of Cersei, I think that Jaime might go infiltrate King's Landing, thinking that Cersei might let him in, and he might try to kill her by stabbing her in the back or something. But then if he does that, he's alone, and the mountain is right there.
Yeah.
So I fear that Jaime might die. And I think that if he goes to King's Landing, there's a huge chance that Brienne is going to go with him. So I fear for Jaime and Brienne. The thing with Jaime also is that with everything his character has done, his only two choices is
redemption.
Death. No, it's death or exile.
Yeah.
Dany is not going to let him stay.
Gosh. No, we didn't see the opening of Westworld world opening. But I'm gonna look it up because it seems interesting.
What if Cersei gives birth to a dwarf and dies? She might curse Faith in that last moment.
Wrong brother.
It's not. Anyway.
Or she go in the forest and get killed by a boar. That would be karma, bitch.
Is Jaime Azor Ahai? Oh, I don't think Azor Ahai is one character. I think it's many characters. Because it's going to take a lot of people to kill the
What is Azor Ahai? You need to kill a true love or a lover to create the Lightbringer,
yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So Jaime can be Azor Ahai if he kills Cersei because Cersei is his lover. And he needs to free her from a madness. Jon could be Azor Ahai if he kills Dany or vice versa. So far, these two are pretty much the good...
yeah, these two are good... choices. I don't think Dany will kill Jon. If Jon dies, it's the Night King who's gonna kill him.
Yeah.
Dany killing Jon, that would
that's
be...
a good reason to kill Cersei. Sometimes the simplest reason for someone to kill someone is to put them at peace. We heard stories of people who disconnect the life source of their loved one because they don't want to see them or living and suffering and in pain. If Cersei is too far gone in a madness to live properly, if she become a mad queen, that might be the only reason that Jaime's needs to kill her.
You might think, I'm a Kingslayer already.
Might be a Queenslayer. Or maybe the life of one is not enough for the life of others. He killed the Mad King to protect all the people. We might do the same with Cersei.
The thing, though, is that right now they care about the White Walkers. Because as strong as Cersei is, her army is not going to walk north to attack them there. You read the thing about Cersei killing the wine gas?
Wine gas, yeah.
But yeah, Cersei's army...
Oh my god, the love story between these two. Oh,
better than Twilight.
Everything is a better love story than Twilight.
True. But then, okay, Cersei's army, it's not going to go north. It can't, because, I mean, they are a southern army walking in the snow without being prepared. I don't think it's a good idea. And she knows that the Night King is coming south. She's not going to take the risk. She's going to stay... I think she's going to stay behind in order to kill whoever wins. So I used to think that maybe the Night King might take Viserion over to King's Landing to attack from like both sides, because there's the army coming down from the north, but then there's a huge army in the south and he wants to kill everyone, so he might bring the dragon south, kill everyone, and force them to move out. That was one of my theories, but it's really hard to know what Cersei wants to do, because she's a bit crazy right now. She's just adding to her power, but she has no idea of what she's going to do next. Like Jaime said, I mean, what are you going to do when the Night King comes? Well, we'll defeat it, okay? And what if the North comes? We'll defeat them then. She doesn't think about the future.
Yeah, she doesn't. And no, I don't think she's going to send an army to Winterfell to fight against Jon and Dany's army at the same time as the Night Kings. She's more a lay low profile, like let them fight each other. It's gonna be less enemy for my own army, and after that I'm gonna just win against whoever wants at the north.
We'll have to see, honestly. I think maybe like there's gonna be a huge battle in mid season, and there's gonna be a huge battle in the last episode. I'm thinking mid-season might be Winterfell because they're very close. So they're going to get ready to defend the castle, and they're going to fight the army there. Maybe it's not going to be enough, so maybe the Night King will move on to the south, and the survivors are going to have to chase after them in order to kill them. But...
Okay. Chamarjal, you said that, if I'm right, you think that Gendry, Jorah, Euron, Beric, the Mountain,
No,
Greyworm, Podrick,
everyone dies. That's it.
everyone dies. Yeah, no, please, no. They said it was to be a happy, sad ending. No,
Yeah, true. The same guy who did Battle of the Bastards and Hardhome. He's coming back for the battle at Winterfell.
So it is gonna
possibly...
be epic.
I love this director so much. Battle of the Bastards and Hardhome are two of my favorite episodes. That with the season 6 finale. These episodes in particular, they just so beautifully shot and amazing.
As for the characters, I really... Sorry.
Your background is falling up.
No.
Keep going.
I really hope that at least one of each of the main family is gonna stay alive. But they kill every Tyrell in the series.
They did.
So I don't have any high hopes for Gendry because he's the last Baratheon alive.
I think he might have a chance because he's the last Baratheon alive.
And he got magic blood, as Melisandre said.
And he's a bastard. Like I said,
bastards are stronger than everyone else, guys.
No, but underdogs are loved in shows like this. So I'm
At least they say burn all the corpses in our city. Yeah, the Mad King doesn't have anyone to bring back from them.
No Marjorie to take revenge on Cersei then. But no, yeah, I think Gendry might be safe.
Okay. Who do you think would die and is left a character? Do you think that Gendry's gonna die?
I think Gendry might have a chance of surviving because he's the last Baratheon. And he's been away for so long. Finally, he's coming back and then we kill him off. No, I don't think he's
and he needs to be with Arya. That's
exactly.
That's it.
I think,
I think that Jorah's gonna die.
Yeah,
because his sister is still alive, so we kind of not need him, and he can die protecting Khaleesi. That would be one of his way to die and bring back honor to his past sins.
Logically, you could say that since he's had already one, brush with death because of the grayscale, he's safe. But the thing with Lord Friendzone is that he is Lord Friendzone.
Lord Friendzone is gonna die.
And
as for Euron might need to be defeated, if not by Theon, by Jorah. So
I think you know what?
Dead.
I think Cersei might be the one killing him.
Yeah.
She might even just blow up the castle in King's Landing and with herself inside.
I'm gonna blow everything up.
Well, she might. Weirdly enough, for all her hate of the Targaryens, she might end up being the closest to the Mad King.
And that brings back to Jaime.
And she actually did try. She actually did end up burning them all in season 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I think he's a goner because if he's still alive, it's like the story is not over. There's still something else.
Oh my god, your list is so long for all the characters. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's true that she did use it all on the Sept. So there's no more wildfire, right?
Yeah, no more wildfire, but she can always do like the Boltons or Stannis and just normal fire and just burn everybody's up.
She runs around the castle with a torch. I don't know, but I'm still thinking that maybe she's gonna be killing Euron because he's gonna say something to piss her off or something.
Are you telling me that Euron's gonna die and just be brought back to death? What is dead men never die?
He might become a white.
He's already a psychopath without being a white. Imagine him being dead and killing everyone.
That would be funny. Really funny. Anyway, moving on. I think Sam is gonna stay alive. Sam is the one who can tell the story. There is a theory that Game of Thrones has already happened and that it's just a retelling of the story by Sam. Someone is going to be needed to write this in books at the Citadel. I think Sam might be that person. So I think Sam is going to be okay.
Okay.
And it would be funny, like I said, underdogs. He's not a good fighter, so for him to survive, that's a good idea.
I think that Tyrion might survive too.
Tyrion, he's been through a lot of shit. If he dies, people are gonna riot.
But like Sansa said, I used to believe that you were the smartest man I've ever known, and she's right. If we are to believe the fans, since season 4, he hasn't been very
Very good.
He needs to drink wine and be with hoes. That's why he's not that smart anymore.
The thing with Tyrion is that right now he is Hand of the Queen. And there's another possible choice for Hand of the King or Queen, Davos. I don't think both are going to survive. There is one who's going to die. Because we cannot have two Hand of the King or Queen by the end of this show. So...
You said that some are theorizing that baby Sam will be telling the story and not Father Sam because his death was Dany. That would be
sad.
So yeah, sad, but
how would he know though? How would he know the story?
That would be a good theory.
Or maybe it's Sam telling the story to little Sam. You need to keep telling the story so when it happens again, we're gonna be ready. Because how would he know? Baby Sam is a baby. He's not there. If everyone dies, how is he gonna tell the story?
Yeah, true.
Anyway, but yeah, so Davos or Tyrion, one of them I think is gonna go. But yeah, Varys is gonna die.
True. Both of them are kind of similar type of character.
Yeah.
So we just need one.
Yeah. Varys is a goner as well. Melisandre kind of spoiled it for us last season. She's a goner as well. She's gonna die. So Varys and Melisandre dying. I'm really scared for Missandei.
Grey Worm.
Grey Worm is already... Yeah, he's in the front line.
They need a happy ending, please.
I don't think they're gonna get one. They had their moment last season.
They're gonna die together?
You remember Ygritte and Jon? They had their happy moment, and what happened this season after?
She died.
She died. So I think there's a huge chance that one or the other is gonna die. Davos, if Davos ends up dying heroically...
Maybe it's gonna have something to do with Melisandre because he got bad blood with her because she's the one responsible for killing... What was her name again?
Shireen.
Shireen. She's the one responsible for it.
I thought about how Melisandre might die, and I've been thinking that she might sacrifice herself in the blaze of fire that's gonna cut off the path of the White Walkers and, you know, give a chance to the survivors of Winterfell to flee.
Or maybe she's gonna just take out her necklace and scare them up.
Hey, Night King! What?
I'm going back north! I'm going back north! Abort the mission! Abort the mission!
He can! Davos with a dragon glass fist with with fingers.
Oh my god, he's gonna fist fight everyone.
That would be so funny. But yeah, Melisandre dying maybe in a blaze of fire to, you know, let the survivors flee. That's how I would maybe write it, or that's how I would at least see it. It's a possibility. And if Davos stays behind to kill her and give her the chance to do that, then he can die too.
Oh.
We're gonna cry so much this season, guys. It's gonna be hard, okay?
Happy thoughts.
Arya's surviving. Arya survives.
Oh, she might die.
No. You know what? You know how I know she's gonna survive?
Wow,
because
how?
they showed her in the trailer running around like she was dying.
And you're sure that by that she's gonna survive?
Almost sure. If showing us that Arya might die, it's gonna make us fear for her life.
You think they're gonna sacrifice Melisandre to bring back Dany? Like she's gonna sacrifice herself and bring her back like she bring back Jon?
If she burns herself with Dany's body, since Dany cannot burn, maybe. Then the corpse in the fire and she dies with it, that could happen.
Like another blood sacrifice?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
It could. Yeah, probably, maybe. But it would happen later in the show, though, because I don't think Dany's gonna die until the end.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. After the Battle of Winterfell, if Melisandre is still there, there's a chance.
Okay.
She's a possibility. Because after Thoros' death, she's the only one we know that can bring someone back to life.
Yeah.
So, we don't know. It wasn't a box. Really? Ah.
Well, they didn't say blood sacrifice in the TV show, but we kind of...
A life for a life? No,
Yeah.
it's true that they never did that. Every time they brought someone back, it was always, you know, with just saying the prayer and stuff. So, but it's a possibility. Maybe they're not going to go with it because they never introduced that idea in the show. But in the books, that could happen. We don't know.
Maybe.
Only death can pay for life. It's true. It's true. we'll keep that in mind. Like I said, if she's still alive after Winterfell, it's a possibility.
I don't think they're gonna bring back Lady Stoneheart.
I would loved it. I would have loved it, but it's too late, sadly.
Yeah.
6th episode is gonna go so fast.
It's been a while since we didn't see the Brothers Without Banners.
Because all of them went north with Jon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The thing is, in season 6... Yeah, in season 6, when we saw the Hound again for the first time, he met with the Brotherhood Without Banners, and they were hanging people. If you read the books, you know that it's linked to Lady Stoneheart. Like, she was asking for them to hang people that were related to the murder of her family. So when that happened, everyone was like, holy shit, is that Lady Stoneheart? But then they dropped that storyline. Well, they didn't technically start it, but, I mean, it didn't bring anything new to the story. So I got sad. If it had happened in season 6, maybe. But I think it's too late now to bring in a new... Well, it's not a new character, but to bring in a new story. Yeah. Sadly.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested too between Jaime and Jon relationship, because you're right. Jaime was technically a Kingsguard during the Targaryen reign, and Jon is the true heir to the throne.
I read a lot.
Do you think that Jaime's gonna take his duty and protect Jon?
I am a huge fan of that theory. I read a lot of stories on Game of Thrones, and to be honest, every time it happens, I freak out, because it's true. Jaime, as wrong as he's been in the past, has always done his duty. Always, as a Kingsguard. It's who he is. Not only is he a Kingsguard and Jon is the true heir, but he was also very fond of Rhaegar. He admired him. So now he's got his son, who's the right ruler. And Dany, as much as I love her, she has her flaws, whereas Jon, he also has a lot of flaws, but his flaws make up for a lot of things, you know? His qualities make up for his flaws, and his flaws are what is going to make him, you know, be close to the small folk. So he might remind Jaime of Rhaegar, and so I could see something there. Like, he might decide to follow Jon in death or life or in battle, because he's a Kingsguard at heart, and he's not actually a Kingsguard anymore, right? So that could be his way of regaining his honor. I want that to happen so much. He's going to have to tell everyone that he's a Targaryen, so... hot pie. Exactly. You know what? The Night King has been out for hot pie because he wanted that bread. He wanted that bread.
He won't want his effigy, that's why.
Exactly. Stop making dire wolves. The Kingsaver.
Programmer of video games, you may be right about the Night King's target being maybe the right woman, or maybe everyone's related.
The right what?
The red woman.
Oh, thank you. The right woman.
the red woman. It might be after everyone's related to the Lord of Light, the fire rights, and the ones who can destroy him by fire. So that will be Jon, Dany, and Melisandre.
Exactly.
So those three might be the main target for the Night King. That's a pretty much good. That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, it's a very, very good. You know what? All the theories are good, and Game of Thrones could go either way.
The Kingsaver.
Yeah, I read that.
Jaime saving Jon's life to atone his sin because he killed the king, the Mad King.
Either that or saving Dany because he killed her father.
That would be Queensaver.
Yeah, Queensaver, but still. He's going to do something before. If he dies, he's going to do something before he dies. Because the thing with Jaime is they portrayed him as this bad character.
The Night King just wants to find the right woman. Well,
maybe. He had a wife.
I've seen somewhere that they got wives. And up north, they got some kind of a city and a civilization.
A city, okay. A CD, I heard.
A city. They got a city and a civilization, and they got wives.
There in the books, there are a lot more, you know, storylines concerning maybe a wife to the Night King. Like, he had someone he cared about, and I don't remember what happened to her, but people have been saying that maybe he's looking for her again, or for someone to replace her. Yeah. And that there have been people who were afraid that Sansa or Dany might be that person.
Children while worker might be so cute, yeah, because it transformed them when they're a baby. Imagine a small baby white with wrinkles. Running everywhere. But yeah, they might be so cute. But imagine though, every truth is only a truth in your own eyes. Your truth is the truth, my truth is my truth. The White King, we know they got a city and a population.
The White King?
The Night... He's white bluish.
The Night King.
The Night King got...
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Do you want water?
Yeah, please.
No.
The Night King got a city, a civilization, and maybe the reason why is going south is because the humans, the living, are a threat to his city. So he's just trying to protect them.
Perhaps.
And the living saw him as a threat. So their truth is the Night King's truth.
It's true that we actually just watched an episode of Dororo, and we've been discussing this. In war, there are two sides, and when you are supporting one side, it's easy to say that the other side is the bad one. Yeah, it's the enemy. They are evil. But the thing is, you just need to change sides to realize that the other side also has reasons to fight.
Yeah, and we still don't know what is the Night King's purpose. We still don't know what he wants.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Imagine that. If Jamie dies and Brienne then finds, like, she becomes one of the King's Guard and she finds the book and she decides to write in all the things that Jamie did during the war. Because he has nothing to his name, almost. You remember Joffrey said this joke about him having nothing to his name?
Yeah.
And there's still time. But now there's no one to write the book. So maybe if Brienne becomes like the King's Guard, and it's her duty to write in the feet of the soldiers that fought, she could fill it in. Oh my God, it would make for such a sad moment.
I don't want for him to die, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna die this season.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay, we need to have happy thoughts now. In the best ending that we could have,
everyone survives. The Night King becomes their neighbor, and they make barbecue.
Do you want sugar? I have some in my house. The cold sort of sugar.
What?
I have ice cream. No, but seriously, for me, the best ending that Game of Thrones could have, a happy ending, of course, would be for the Night King to die, of course.
Or be free. Finally free. If we want to go with the theory that he's...
Finding peace. And that there's no more ruler of the Seven Kingdoms, and they do a republic.
What if the Night King is looking for someone to kill him? Someone strong enough to finally kill him?
Or replace him?
Or replace him. It's another theory. I actually thought that Jon might be replacing the Night King, but if he does, it's a never-ending story. George R.R. Martin did say that the show was gonna, the story was gonna end bittersweet.
I know I'm not gonna have an happy ending, but I can dream. I can dream.
Ramsey, get off this chat.
We should not have sausage. Anyway, but what would have been cool though is for one of each main house to have one represent and
do a government or something.
Do a republic. And every main house rule the Seven Kingdoms together.
Yeah.
No more king, no more queen.
That would be breaking the
breaking the wheel. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure the throne will be destroyed by the end. So then when we ask you guys who do you think is gonna end up on the Iron Throne, I don't personally think anyone is gonna sit on that thing. It represents too much death. It's too heavy with everything for it to still be standing at the end. Unless you go with the theory that everyone dies and the only thing standing at the end is the throne. But I don't think they're going to go with that. Not in the series.
The thrones, it's on the thrones.
The throne. Finally, I can sit. No.
Oh, gosh.
But, no, okay. Keep going with who you think might die this season. Because there is one I think might be a goner. Tormund.
Oh,
so many close calls already. And every single season now he's at a close call and he always survives. I think his luck is about to run out.
He needs to see again the big woman though.
I don't think it's gonna. The thing is, if Tormund survives, he's not.
For once we got a character who said out loud that he fucked a bear. Keep him alive.
But the thing is, Brienne doesn't love him. If he survives, it's gonna do a love triangle. I don't want that. He's not mentally prepared for this.
They're gonna do a third or fourth grade battle between Jaime, Brienne, and Tormund.
Side note, you're right. That was one of the best moments last episode. I've always had blue eyes. I love him so much, which is why I don't want him to die, but he's got so many close calls. Yeah.
Oh, but could you imagine though if he died and the night can bring me back? Jon facing Tormund
again.
They are friends.
Yeah, Brienne having to kill him, that might be funny. But if don't laugh.
Brienne bringing him back from the dead because she's his big woman.
You've got Brienne, Tormund, you've got the Hound, and Jaime is just like an afterthought. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, we might watch the trailer for the prequel of Game of Thrones in 2020.
Has it been out yet?
No, in 2020.
It premieres in yeah, I know, but are they making
They are already recording the prequel, yeah.
Oh right.
And it's supposed to happen like thousands of years ago. With
it's not gonna be Rhaegar's story. I think it's gonna be more.
I would have loved to watch that. Yeah.
But the lore in this show is beautiful. It's gonna be worth a watch. I just hope they don't mess it up. Cause is it true though that George is working with them on the prequels? Or is it like just someone feeding off the fame?
I don't know. He's not even done yet with his books.
Because he's been advertising it. And yeah, I mean, it's not the future, it's the past. The past has been written already.
Yeah, but he might give and tell for the prequel, so yeah, he might be working with them.
Okay, so the prequels might look a lot more like the beginning of the Game of Thrones. With, the content from the book. Because I know some people have been, mad that the show has been becoming more mainstream, more what's the word?
Hollywood.
Predictable. Yeah. And it's because they don't follow the books anymore, and the book was so good at doing stuff to surprise us, but we'll see. But that's it. Like, is he working with his own? Is his own TV series? No, wait. Isn't he writing something about space? I think I heard something about him writing something about space. A sci-fi. Yeah, you're right. I think that's exactly it. So he's not working on the prequel. I think he might just have said, yeah, go ahead. It's going to bring me money.
The permission, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he's not writing anything for the prequels.
But it's still got information about what happened before.
The Long Night. Oh, maybe. That would be cool. If the prequel was called Long Night, that might be about the first time it happened. That would be cool. That, or I would have loved to see how the Targaryens first came to Westeros. How they conquered the continent. That would have been great.
That would be great. That would have been great, yeah.
Anyway. So, are we forgetting anyone in the Deadpool?
Oh my god, so many characters. But
if we don't mention them, it's because they die.
Oh, because we just forget, because there's so many left.
I thought about Bran. Is Bran gonna die? I was wondering if he might...
Well, if all the truth is said and out loud, he doesn't have any purpose anymore.
The thing
so
is...
he might die. Also, he's in a wheelchair.
He's already dead, technically. He's the three-eyed raven, so there's not much of Bran left. Lyanna
is gonna survive, guys. Come on. She's the most badass character on the show. She's gonna survive everyone.
I think it might be, if Jorah dies, Lyanna survives. But if Lyanna survives, Jorah survives.
You think that if Lyanna survives, Jorah survives?
They are the two figures of this house. And we need houses to survive this. It's already a small house because she doesn't have many survivors in it yet at this point. But she's so badass. She's gonna fight. You know she's gonna fight. How sad was it when she literally turned to Jon last episode and went like, "We named you king."
She didn't see her brother, right? She didn't see Jorah in the first episode.
I don't think he went to her. I don't even know if they're gonna make that happen.
Because my god, they need to meet. They need to have a reunion between these two.
They need to, yeah. Varys is a goner. Melisandre basically said he was gonna die. How is he gonna die though? I don't know.
Lyanna and Arya teaming up against Robb.
Back to back. Lyanna and Arya back to back. It's gonna be epic. Oh, by the way, yeah, it is the spear that she's making, right? She asked Gendry for a spear.
Yeah, she wasn't fighting with a bow on Braavos.
And it's a very good idea because we said a long time ago that Arya is not fit for the battlefield. She's an assassin. It's a one-on-one thing with her. But when she's surrounded by all these people, she needs a way to make up for her height and her strength.
She's not that high. She doesn't have a long range.
Yeah.
So she needs a longer weapon.
Exactly.
She fight with a bow in Bravos. She knows how to manage one. So she got oh my god, that would be so cool to watch.
She's basically gonna be doing what happened between the Mountain and Oberyn? Yeah, Oberyn. Amazing character. I love this character. But yeah, he did say like you gotta make up for your height and the long range of your opponent with a longer range, a spear. So that's exactly what she's doing right now. She's using a spear in order to make up for her small.
Oh my god! By talking about Gendry and Arya. Oh my god, those are my days, guys. I've been watching the show and I'm loving these two. Their chemistry is so great, and I'm a huge ship fan of Arya and Gendry.
You have been
really
for so long now.
Like Robert said at the beginning, you have a daughter, I have a son. These are these two.
Exactly.
So they need to be together. I don't know what you think. I don't know what to think about it, but they need to be together.
Years after, it's finally gonna come true. A Stark and a Baratheon together. I'm hoping. I'm hoping
so much. Oh gosh. And Irina was so awkward.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, you're right. Having to burn them once they die so they don't come back. And if you don't burn them in time, you're gonna have to fight them.
But they got dragons.
They do have dragons, but the thing with the dragons is, when the fight comes to Winterfell, unless the two armies are on two separate sides, they won't be able to burn anything, because when the two are fighting, they're gonna burn allies if they do that. So I think my theory is that as the soldiers on the ground are fighting the whites, there's a dragon who's gonna go behind trying to, kill the whites that are far away, but the other dragon is gonna be fighting Viserion.
Oh.
Because if no one takes care of that dragon, the opposite could happen. The dragon with the Night King could be attacking Winterfell. And it's gonna be horrible. Because that blue fire hurts a lot. I'm guessing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, exactly. That's I did a course back in university. It's weirdly enough, it's a zombie course, but it was mostly about horror movies and genres and stuff like that. And there was a section of the course that was about zombies, and that is part of the zombie genre is based off of the fact that human people, they lose their ability to be human. So that's why it's terrifying. You see humans, but they don't act like humans.
Yeah, they're like a beast.
Yeah, they lose control and they don't think any longer. So that's why it's terrifying, because it's degradation of the brain. But the factor that you might be fighting your friends, your loved ones, it's another thing that makes the zombies so terrifying.
If you want to sign at Canada's Quebec University, you can go. We have courses for you.
Yeah, when I found it, I signed on right away. It was so cool. It was basically just a course in which we saw horror movies and discussed them. But to be honest, when you study cinema, you have so many courses that are. I also had a course on video games. I spent my days.
You had one on vampire too.
I also had one on vampires. Well, where I watched vampire movies and discussed vampire movies.
That's where you watched Bram Stoker Dracula.
Yeah, that's exactly where I watched Bram Stoker's Dracula. And the video game course was about history of video games, how they were made and stuff. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The Mysteries of the East, Stars of the Legend. Thanks for sure.
It's never the story we think we know.
It's
never.
The premise of the prequel, right? Yeah, probably. We're gonna learn more stuff. I think it's a good way for them to show us all the details that are in the books that we never got to see in the TV show. Because I mean, it's a TV show. Unless you want to make it really cheesy,
but
you can't tell everything.
If they do that, the Game of Thrones series is not gonna be making sense anymore, because in the books, if you read them, you know that all of the Stark children can walk inside of the direwolf. Arya can hurt or feel spirits when she's in the forest, when she's traveling with the other men that are going to the wall. Jon can walk into ghosts.
Yeah, true.
There are more prophecies, there are more dark and magic stuff happening. And they didn't bring that up in the show because they want to focus on a few things to have a cohesive story.
The thing though,
and if they bring everything that they pull aside and Game of Thrones
yeah, but
show,
that might be why they're going so long back in time, you know? If the Stark children are not even a thought.
Like a long time ago, everyone was living in peace and have magic, and everything went wrong with the Phoenician attack.
Everything.
But everything went wrong when the White Walkers attack.
Exactly. But going back in time though this much.
Oh, bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, it's
late, yeah.
Been an hour and a half. It's 3:30. Oh, it's 3:30 from when you are. I'm so
good
sorry.
Good night. Have a good sleep.
Have a good night.
Bye.
See you next Monday.
But yeah, what was I saying? Okay, going back in time this much, at a time where Starks weren't even a thing, or they were completely different, and in an era where magic was more present, that might help. Because, I mean, you can say that there were Starks who used to warg back in the day, but it doesn't change the fact that the Starks right now are not wargs. It doesn't change the story.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Like, people saying that there could be a park in Westworld that's based off of Game of Thrones. And I think someone did mention to me in the comments on our Westworld reactions that people were talking about this, like the ones making the story, the ones writing the scripts, they were talking about the possibility of making that happen. So we could actually end up having something like this.
A crossover between Westworld and Game of Thrones?
Imagine. And like the characters in Game of Thrones don't know they are hosts and stuff. That could be something worth watching.
Game of Thrones is a park in Westworld.
I would love that. Anyway, so are we forgetting anyone in the death pool? I'm going back to the death pool because this is like very important.
No, I think we pretty much said everyone on our list. Oh, everyone that I remember of.
All right. So now that we've cleared that, what do you want to happen? Is there something you absolutely want to happen in this season? We had Jon riding the dragon. We had the reunions. Is there something that didn't happen yet?
I would love for Jon and Dany to marry. I would love a wedding. We need some happy moments, even though it's a darkness time. We need happy moments. I would really love for Arya and Gendry to be together, but who knows?
If they survive. They did make an approach to that. Like, you've gotten better. You do. That could go, prettier. In other words, he basically cruised her, you know?
Well, last time we saw her, she was dressed as a boy with short hair and mud on her face.
Sorry, but that's genius. The Night King. Yeah, the Night King is writing a narrative, and he's the Man in Black. That's funny.
Well, it looks it kind of looks like Men in Black, yeah.
If that happens, I want to see that. A crossover like this, that would be so good. And it's possible. I mean, it's not like it's far-fetched. It's exactly the kind of stuff we would see, except for dragons. I don't know if they're actually going to add dragons, but yeah, medieval times, that could happen. But yeah, you say Gendry and Arya being together. Yeah. I want that. The wedding too.
I would love for Jaime to find true happiness.
A kiss. I want at least a kiss between Brienne and Jaime.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
She needs at least that. She never got anything for herself. Never. She's always been, fighting for Sansa, fighting for Arya, fighting for the Starks, fighting for Lady Stark, fighting for other people. And she finally understood that she wanted something. She wanted Jaime. If she never gets it, it's like she lost, So I want at least a kiss or a hug or some kind of affection.
Or a high five, guys. Yay. Yeah, but Brienne might be the only hope for Jaime to have a true happy ending.
True.
Because even though Cersei might love Jaime, it's a toxic love. It's not. Yeah. That's not.
Well, which is why I'm glad he left last season. Because when you're on a sinking ship and you're trying to save someone who wants to drown with the ship, you're gonna drown too if you don't let go eventually. So I'm saying this, Titanic sunk yesterday, so... But yeah, no, it's a good thing that he let her go. So a happy ending. We all want that. Don't think it's gonna happen.
What I don't want though is for everything that happened so far be inside someone's dream. Nope, that would be really a shitty way to end the series.
So for all of it to be a dream.
Yes,
a wedding.
I would go for a wedding between Jamie and Brienne. Yeah.
One of you said earlier.
God, that would be so sad.
What?
I just think about. Do you remember Tonks and Lupin and Harry Potter?
For them to die reaching for each other.
That would be so sad if that happens to Jamie and Brienne. If it does happen in the series.
I don't know. We're gonna cry.
Or even for Danny and John. If that happens, I'm gonna cry my balls out. And it's not gonna be pretty, guys. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Happy endings in this show are not really a possibility.
Well, if you want to make bets on who's gonna end up to wed someone,
John and Danny might be a thing. We have
3 ships. John, Danny, Arya Gendry, Brie, and Jamie.
Especially if Danny's
or
pregnant.
Maybe Cersei and the wine.
No, but if Danny is pregnant, we're pretty sure that John is going to marry her because he's not going to want to have a bastard.
Honorable things to do.
Exactly. He's been through this before. He's not going to want to have a bastard to go through that as well. Although now, well, Danny's a queen and he's a king, so they can both legitimize the kid, but just saying.
That is true.
The White Wedding, I heard of that, and some people were saying it might be Sansa becoming a White Walker. And I was like,
she become the bride of the Night King?
Yeah, something like that. Because Purple Wedding. Purple because that's the color that, Joffrey took when he died.
Yeah.
Red Wedding because everyone died being, gutted. Yeah. So there was so much blood. White Wedding, it reminds me of ice. It reminds me of snow. Don't know.
Winter is here. That might be it.
What
Jon
could it mean?
Snow, that's his last name.
It could be Jon Snow. But usually a wedding in Game of Thrones, it's not a happy thing.
And Sansa has been waited 2 times already. She needs to step aside, please.
It's true. Maybe it's Dany then. Dany's gonna become a White Walker.
And she's literally all white. Her hair, her skin, her coat.
True.
So that might be.
Funny though, but yeah, the only wedding I can think of that's obvious would be Jon and Dany, so...
No, Sansa and Ramsay was the sausage wedding.
What? Are you tired?
Oh god, I need coffee, guys.
It was really tired. Oh no. Oh, but okay. You know what? If Ned is still alive, if it's Bran dreaming of everything, like he's still in his coma after falling from the tower, and everything that happened after was him dreaming of it, and Ned is still alive.
You need to occupy yourself when you're in bed.
In coma. But yeah, maybe. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna go with that. But if Ned would end up being still alive because of that, I would vouch for it.
Yeah, but I think that you might be right that the White Wedding might be Jon and Dany.
Maybe the only wedding that's not gonna be a tragedy. We have never gotten a wedding that wasn't a tragedy. Maybe they wed the night the White Walkers get to Winterfell.
Oh, maybe.
Because, it needs to happen fast, right? So maybe they're gonna have their wedding, and as they're getting, wedded, the Night King comes and attacks.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe. Oh, that would make so much sense. Shit. Oh no, don't wed. Don't wed. So many tears are coming, guys. We're gonna be shocked in this last season, and
I think it might happen because every time we got a wedding on the show,
there was a tragedy.
Yeah, Red Wedding, everyone died. Purple Wedding, Joffrey died. No, I'm wrong. Something good happened. Joffrey dies. Sansa Wedding with
the Gold Wedding.
The Gold.
Sansa and Tyrion. Did they name it something? Does this wedding actually have a title?
Wasn't the wedding with Marjorie and Tormund because her wedding dress was really like gold and black or something like that?
I don't know. I never heard of a gold wedding.
I need to watch the wedding's name that the show
true.
us.
It's true that Tyrion and Sansa's wedding wasn't terrible. It could have been so much worse, but it didn't end in tragedy. Speaking of. What are they gonna do? They're not getting back together. I think Sansa is ready to just stay single for the rest of her life.
And adopt 70 cats.
Yeah, it's true. But Marjorie with Joffrey was the purple wedding. But
yeah,
Marjorie
but she
and Tommen.
wed Tommen. Yeah.
Yeah, Tormund. She wed Tormund.
Or maybe that's the green wedding because she blew up in the green fire.
Lyanna and Rhaegar, the old wedding. Yeah. We're gonna name every single wedding in this show.
The love wedding between these two.
Are they the only ones who actually did wed because they wanted to?
I think, yeah.
That we know of? I think, yeah, too. No, it's wrong. Rob and Talisa.
Yeah, in the show they wed because...
Rob and Talisa, you should have thought of it longer wedding.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, maybe. It's a possibility. Everyone dies.
Oh.
The white funeral. We're gonna start naming funerals now as well.
Oh my God. Don't talk about funerals when I'm listening to sad song.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But they started strong. They started happy. So now all we have left is the tears and the angst and the screams and the bad news. It's gonna be awesome. But no, we can see that they actually did put some thought behind this. I'm kind of sad that they did everything really fast in the first episode, but at least now that that's out of the way, they can concentrate on other stuff. And 6 episodes. Didn't they say that the episodes were going to be longer? To me, it felt like yesterday's episode was
53 minutes is not 1.5, maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, so
maybe we're gonna have a few episodes that are longer, like 1.5 or maybe 2 hours, but not all of them.
So okay, let's. We want to end this actually very soon because it's getting on close to 9 o'clock now. We've been on for 2 hours almost. You guys, it's so cool to talk to you. You're very active, actually. I love this. But yeah, okay. You said earlier in the chat that the guy who directed Hardhome was coming back for episode 3 and 5. There's 6 episodes.
So we might have the Battle of Winterfell in episode 3.
And the Battle at King's Landing in episode 5. And then episode 6 is the epilogue.
Yeah, maybe.
Because one battle is going to happen in an episode, but they won't have time to show us what happens next. So the last episode might be to know where everything ended. Like how everyone ended up. Is there someone on the throne? If there is, who gets the crown? You know, that's going to be the last episode.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
so 54, 58, 60 minutes for the 3rd episode.
78, 80 minutes. Okay, around 1.5 hour. Okay.
Have a long battle sequence. I think episode 3 is gonna be like just the fight, like a little bit like Battle of the Bastards. So it's gonna be epic. Although no long shots. I think as much as I love long shots, when they did that with Bronn in season 7, I thought it was like a knockoff of the one they did with Jon. Like, oh my, or long shot. When they did the battle of the, what was the name of the place? You know, with the when Dany attacked the Lannisters. What was the name of the battle? I don't remember. On the plains and stuff. Anyway, when Dany attacked the Lannisters and they did that shot, it wasn't the guy who did Battle of the Bastards. It was another director, and to me, it felt a bit like he went. That long shot worked a lot, you know? People loved it, so why not do another one? It felt too similar.
Oh, Luke Train, yeah.
Thank you.
Feel the fire.
Feel the fire, exactly.
Thank you.
So when they did that with Bronn, it felt like a knockoff. I'm expecting new ideas, new ways of showing us the battle. The long shot was good, but now we need something more epic, something better. And I cannot wait. Like we saw in the trailer, like Jaime is commending stuff. Jon is running alone again because he's got to get those XP points. You saw that meme on Instagram?
Yeah, I saw it.
Like, Jon, get back on the dragon. Wait, I need 5 more kills to get my achievement.
All right, so yeah, the episode gonna be around 1 to 1.5 per episode.
82 minutes for the 3rd one.
Yeah, 120 minutes.
And 80 minutes for the 6th one. 80 minutes for the 5th one. Yeah, it's going to be long episodes. I'm loving this. Okay, so the important episodes are going to be longer. Thank God, because we need this. All right.
All right. So yeah, like we
could,
said,
yeah.
it's been.
Sorry,
What?
my Google picked
All right.
up.
So it's been like it's almost 9 o'clock from where we are right now.
We could keep talking to you guys for.
But I think that you
longer.
need your sleep, just as we do.
We need to keep working. We're gonna be back anyway next Monday. We're gonna be talking about
7
episode 2.
sharp.
Still, yeah, we're gonna discuss episode 2. So if you want to keep talking about the theories, I hope you're gonna be there.
If you want to talk about anything else, we're open for any kind of discussion that you
just
might think of.
Write them there, and we'll discuss it with you. We enjoy this. You've been amazing, and we
I
love
hope
you.
it wasn't that weird for our first live stream.
Yeah, did we do great?
Don't be too. Don't judge us too hard on it, please.
Ah, Kitty! Hey, you made an apparition! Say hi, baby. Mwah.
They loved you so much.
It's not a reaction or a live without our cat coming.
Yeah.
I think he heard my Google.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with the cat, we're going to say bye and see you next week.
Thanks for coming to our live streams.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Bye.
Have a good night, guys.